We've been trying to make it here all weekend. But it wasn't meant to be until today. Because when I woke up, outside there was a beautiful rainbow. Today's the day. I haven't seen a rainbow in a really long time. In fact, the last time was at least a few years ago. And I remember because I was driving. And it was in the country. And it was a beautiful rainbow. It was literally like so picturesque. Because when you drive in the country, in Canada, you see in the prairies, you see those haystacks all rolled up. And there was a haystack all rolled up. And it was right behind the haystack. It was perfect scene to paint. If you're an artist, you know, you're always thinking about those things. And if you're not an artist, you're thinking about those things. Okay. Last time we met up, we have been in the time of the Ace of Swords reversed. The unseen. But now, it's time for you to see it. It's time for you to see it. But the Ace of Swords reversed, the unseen, is part of your quest. It's getting in tune with God, the unknown, and getting comfortable creating from this space. Whereas, you know, before the spiritual operating system, you're operating in fear of the unknown. After you're in tune and you're operating from the spiritual operating system, this makes you feel good. This gets you excited. It's excited in a way, because it's a different kind of excitement. You're looking forward to this. You're looking forward to this. This is a date with God. This is a date with destiny. It's unknown. You've opened up all the possibilities with God in creation. The message was to travel lightly. We talked about this last time we met up. Find the last reading in the link or at the channel. METATRONS cube, the collapse of time. Speaking of time, this has to do with time. As the Ace of Swords is now no longer reversed and what needs to be seen, and what needs to be seen is how you create with time here. There is no time. There's the present moment. And we really dove into what this is about in that reading. We will continue to expand off this, because we are in the collapse of time right now, and the love between divine feminine and divine masculine is timeless. So you're in a completion, as this Ace of Swords is no longer reversed, and you're seeing what you need to see. You're in a time of completion of a cycle, and with your skills, your gifts, you're going to the next stage. It's illumination. Now, you've seen this, I'm sure, many times. It's on American Money. Now, there's an illumination. The eye, a lot of people say this is the Illuminati. A lot of people are scared of this symbol. We're not afraid of these symbols. Where there has been fear put, there's been fear put there for a reason. We're not fearing anything. We're not even fearing fear itself. Fear is a signal. We're not shutting down in fear. We're in fact expanding. It's an activation. This is mission work. Part of what you said you'd come here to do. You said you'd activate, and this is how this artificial hack, this artificial matrix gets cleared up, because rather than you deactivate in the chaos, you actually activate within it in order to restore balance, like being the calm within the eye of the storm. So you're taking back symbols, and today it's this one, because this is the symbol of enlightenment through the elements of air and the mind. within the mind's eye where you house God in your pineal gland, and being able to take care of your endocrine system, your lymphatic system, and literally the purification of your blood to amp up your electromagnetic energy field, because that's how you're shifting dimensions and how you're manifesting and healing your body, healing your mind, healing your soul, healing it all. So within this, there is an illumination. Remember, the Ace of Swords is now no longer reversed. What's being seen needs to be seen. And it has to do with the future, and love. But remember, you're collapsing time. So it's all within the present moment. It's all one. And you're going to laser focus your energy there. You're not going to be getting high off nostalgia lane in the past, romanticizing your life, playing the coulda, shoulda, woulda game, or living in the future, creating anxiety, or just living in the future. Like, my future is going to be so good, putting all of your energy there. You're laser focusing on the present moment to collapse time and put all of your energy there, and finding God within the unknown. And as you face your negatives, to find the positives within the negatives and expand with Christ consciousness. And that's what this is. This is finding the positive within the negative. This is literally having enlightenment with the elements of air. There it is. You can actually see the connection between it right there. So you see here. Okay. You see that? You know, signs from the divine. I don't live in America. I don't travel there. My brother went there, I think one time. My mom, I don't know. I haven't been there since I was a kid. My brother hasn't been there for forever. And it's not like there's American money just floating around this house. We got a lot of Canadian money around here. This was the message. This was in the message last time we met up when we were talking about collapsing time. And my brother was fixing the washing machine because the washing machine stopped working. And when he was cleaning the washing machine, he found this all like this. And he gave it to me and he said, Nicole, I don't know. And he didn't even have to say it anymore, because I knew right away that even without seeing what it was, that it was a message from God. And what is this? What the heck is this? Then to make it like even more known within the 3D, this is on the floor. I haven't played Monopoly with my son and I don't know how long. And not just this. Just this one. Just this one. All within the same day, of course, because that's your signs. That's your synchronicities. That's you following the breadcrumbs, the divine breadcrumbs, right? The breadcrumbs of the divine. It's just like these are the moments. These are the moments in the 3D where you know you're on track and God is speaking to you. What are you doing within the Two of Coins? You're balancing opposite forces through you. And there is an illumination. This is the sacred geometry of this. So what you're doing is you're sensing within the negative with the mother in the dark. And here's the sacred geometry of it. This is the feminine, the 13 spheres of knowledge. Guys, hang tight. I need a step. And speaking of being in Canada for July, it's cold outside. So cold. I've been wearing winter clothes. Back on track. We got the sacred geometry here. of sensing within the unknown with God. This is the feminine, the 13 spheres, the matter. The water is sensing the masculine. Your desires. And your desires are part of you. They're part of this place. You heal from the guilt and shame surrounding your desires, or feeling like you don't deserve your desires. What you want wants you. Heal with that right now. So the feminine senses the masculine. The feminine sensing within the void, within the dark, and the masculine expanding it here with Metatron's cube. Your desires. Now, what is unseen is seen. And it is expanded with the element of air. Communication. That's what this is. This is communication. This is telepathy. Enlightenment. And then it's grounded with the element of earth, the daughter. Now, all 4 elements are on board here for creation. And as you create, through connection between the masculine and feminine, you're seeing what you need to see. It's been illuminated. And this path of illumination is working with the moon and the feminine and your authenticity. Cyclical patterns that are natural. They're authentic. They're not authentic to the matrix, the artificial hack of the artificial matrix. All this work that you're doing to clear up the element of air with the rest of the collective. This is authentic to nature, to God's world, and to what is natural. It's connected to the tree of life and the Kabbalah. And these 10 spheres, these sephiroths. Now, what makes the Kabbalah different, this religion, is that it honors the feminine. And each of these spheres, which are called Sephiroth, all have masculine and feminine principles. Are all different like levels and places and spaces to know God. This being, the lowest where we materialize, this being the highest in knowing God, Sod. That would be, the highest you could get at any level within. And if you feel called, check this out. Do some research on this, okay? The thing about the tree of life is, though, there's working up here, and then this tree flips. Like I want to, And then there's working down here within the lower world, and they mirror each other. And this is being able to do this work within the lower worlds. But being promised ascension. We're going to be getting into this as time goes on. In fact, next time we meet up, we're going to break this down even further. So please stay tuned. This is allowing you to see what is seen. And to clear out your past with the collapse of time. And something is revealed in love. And what is revealed in love? Remember, the Ace of Swords is no longer reversed. You're seeing what you need to see. As you collapse time with time, you're literally seeing time. No time. Your time. God's time. Divine time. You're seeing what needs to be seen within love. And remember, what you want wants you. Your desires are a part of you. This path is a part of you. Because this path is going to help uplift the whole planet. It's connected to ancient healing wisdom here from the shaman. With the King of Swords having your pen here with the masculine representation, but hang tight because we're going to talk about where this is going within a second here. And Kali, the black goddess of Sagittarius. Now, Kali is here so that you can find your truth at all costs. But she's going to come into our next reading where we talk about what is happening when that tree, the tree of life, is in the underworld. And the work that is being done within the underworld. And this isn't scary. This isn't scary. We're taking back our power back here. We're shedding light on what is dark and finding the beauty in it. And we're not doing this BS. This is the dark goddess connected to the dark mother. And honoring her, the mother of creation. And justice for what has happened to creation. And putting her space and place back within creation. And wondering why it was taken away to begin with. But remembering that the balance to the dark goddess is the masculine. Is the light. Is the positive. In being whole. And something is restored here. Because remember, so if something is being revealed within love, something is restored here through sound, through frequency of authenticity to help you heal from past partnerships where you were betrayed in love. And what Cancer season has activated for you is coming together within your partnerships within alignment. But this is the key to these partnerships. They're not in alignment with the 3D. They're in alignment with the 5D. They're in alignment with God's world. They're not in alignment with this world. So don't get tricked. And this is happening through the collapse of time. With the new beginning between divine feminine and masculine. But this is a whole new cycle. We're all doing this as a collective. We're all doing this as one. We're all collapsing time and getting on the spiritual operating system. Because the artificial hack of this artificial matrix is being shut down at a whole other level by this collapse of time. And what you're doing is you're getting your light in order. And you're getting your light in order thanks to the water, the mother, the feminine, and this is allowing you to have compassion. Compassion is being restored within your manifestations, within you. And you heal. You heal with everything that's revealed because it's authentic. It's authentically you. And you see the light, literally. You see the light as you alchemize your sadness into happiness through facing the negative, but finding the positive within by listening to your desires. You're not listening to your mind and this artificial hack of the artificial matrix telling you what to do and how to do it, and to pay attention to time. The past, the present, and the future, and the clock. You're healing from all of that. There is no time. There's the present moment. You're one. This allows you to have a deeper connection with God, the elements, and co-create at a whole new level, because you're going to be able to put awareness within the present moment and laser focus on what you're doing. Things are going to change for you. Things are going to shift for you. You're going to understand at a whole new level, as well as telepathy. Now let's see what's officially being activated. You're healing from separation. Oh, we got to go to that bat. Guys, we have to go to that bat. We were going to talk about that bat. It's in the King of Swords. Remember, you have your pen with the King of Swords. I don't know if I said it. I was thinking it. Who knows? You have your pen with the King of Swords. But remember, it's the masculine. It's not the feminine. And masculine, you have feminine within you. Feminine, you have masculine within you. We're all doing this as one, and we're all doing this as a collective. But when you become, when you level up enough, gotta choose my words carefully, because you go down to go up and up to go down. Don't confuse it. We're humble here. There's no hierarchy. There's none of that bullshit. That's gone. So when you level up, you're doing all of it. You just stop separating it all. You're doing it within you. You're doing it without you. You're doing it over here. You're doing it over there. You're doing it back there. Front ways, sideways, all the which way around your whole. Just don't separate it anymore. Okay. That was deep. That was deep. So, with the King of Swords, and I just noticed the element of air is in his sword at the tip of it. There's a bat here. This bat is representing something. It's the truth. And you may not like it, but it's the truth. Just like you may not like bats. But they're here. And they're here for purpose. Even if you don't want them to be, even if you don't understand it. And if you're at this level, and if you're at this channel, hopefully by now you don't give a fuck about all that shit, and you're ready to save the planet, and you're through saving yourself. You're ready to do better for life here by doing better for yourself. You're ready to do mission work because you've been pushed and pulled and pushed and pulled so many times. You know that this is what you came here to do without a shadow of a doubt. You're now strong enough to step into your purpose officially. And yeah, sometimes you sound like a bitch because you've embodied the negative, but you're going to temper that shit because you've also embodied the positive. You're whole. You got your pen. That bat is the truth. Even if you don't like it, it's the truth. And it's going to set you free. Within the Seven of Cups illusion, you've been picking a cup. You've been working on picking a cup. You almost been like, yeah, should I pick this cup? Well, I don't know what cup to pick, but you know what cup to pick. You've seen what cup to pick. This Ace of Swords is no longer in reverse. You're seeing it. And it's the cup with the bat. The truth that you don't want to see. But it's time to pick it. Because this bat is allowing you to go from separation, the Four of Cups, luxury, separation, what is inauthentic, to what is authentic. connection. What is part of you? The Two of Cups. And that is connected to time. Remember, divine timing. And it has something to do with the Nine of Cups, the alchemy of the sadness into happiness. Through facing what is negative and expanding with your desires as the element of air communicates to you the truth. Something expands through the earth with you within the Nine of Pentacles, the Garden of Venus, and how you are materializing here. And it's connected to Lionsgate and the Queen of Wands. And the fire is talking to you. The Father is talking to you. Your desires are talking to you. And look at that. The Queen of Wands here, she's sleeping peacefully in dream time while she does work with her roots. Her root chakra. And we spoke so much about this last time we met up, guys. About how you're pushing the energy up to have this third eye activation. And to have enlightenment. Oh, now there were two cards that I picked up, but I wasn't called to look at till right now. And let's just look at them. This is connected to what is being revealed as you surrender to divine timing, collapsing time through the present moment, and having what is revealed to you in love. Love for yourself, love for this planet, love for your partner, love for your people, love for the negative, love for the truth, love for what's nasty in an alchemized way. There is intelligence applied here. This is not in an old worth banter, cancel culture. Let's just everybody throw everyone out to dry. Everyone's a critic. Everyone's got something to say and we're just going to be beef until this time, next lifetime. No, this isn't that. And you know, speaking of that, it's very interesting to watch how when there's some sort of scandal play out, how people just hop off that shit. Like, people get high off this stuff. And it takes a big person to just hold back and hold space and not to judge and know we all have a path. Like, even look at this, you know, this cheating scandal that's everybody, like even Jay Shetty is posting wisdom quotes about this cheating scandal of this man and this woman, and they were both married and they were both this and both that, and their poor wives and all this stuff, and their poor husbands, all this stuff. Yes, all that stuff, we can feel that stuff, but nobody knows that man's path, and nobody knows that woman's path, and nobody knows the family's path, and nobody knows all that stuff and how they got there. And that's not for us to know. That's for them to know. And not for us to judge, but for us to hold space. Now, does anybody want to be cheated on, all that stuff? Does anyone want to be hurt? All that stuff. But we all have a path. We all have some sort of demon, some sort of darkness, some sort of something that we are carrying, transmuting, transforming, understanding. We all have a path. We all have a quest. And if you were that person, how would you feel if at your darkest moment, the whole world's out to get you? But again, too, that's part of it. That's honoring part of where we're at. That's part of what has happened, too, because that's part of it also. It's all part of it. You're not separating it anymore. It's just all one thing. And what are you going to pull apart to create from within to without? Because you're shifting from within. And if you don't like what you see without, get back to within and shift dimensions. Okay, so let's see these cards. Speaking of that, we have the King of Pentacles and the Devil. Well, of course, this is Capricorn energy, because I had Capricorn here. I was going to get into how that last Capricorn moon has affected what's happening. So here it is. Okay. So here with the Devil and the King of Pentacles, you can see that that work is being done in the lower world. That's what we've been talking about. You're whole. You're doing work in the underworld. It's not scary. It's not bad. You're not bad. This is part of your quest. Because you're alchemizing what is negative with what is positive through yourself. This is mission work and understanding. You're understanding the mission. You're understanding what you're doing here. Boy, hasn't that been fun? Congratulations. Great. Okay, guys, I feel like let's just freaking light this candle that was supposed to be lit at the beginning of this. It's a good time. Okay, understanding Capricorn is key. Because Capricorns don't try, they do. And they know how to materialize through this earth and use time. And right now, you're collapsing time. This is how you materialize through the earth. And you needed to go in the underworld and have this experience and see what you need to see, because now you know how you don't want to materialize through this world. You know what you don't want to do, and you know why you're here, and you've seen what you needed to see, and it was dark. And the darkness is a part of this place, and it's a part of you. And this is also understanding that we create with the dark, the mother of creation, and to honor her, and to what that means, and to know that she is not bad. She's the mother of creation. And she's out for justice of what is right, and she's here to protect her children, which is what has been created. And this is honest, and that's what makes it hard. Capricorn works with the truth. And the truth is hard to work with in this world. But you need it because it's allowing you to alchemize as you expand these denser energies with what is later. So your soul, the feminine, expands with the masculine. And Uranus is now working with Gemini till like 2033. This is big in the world of astrology. So your great genius is now going to help you to communicate through thought. But Uranus is this is the card of the Tower in the tarot. So how you think is going to be torn down. Like, it's an old way of thinking is going to be torn apart, and a new way is going to be birthed. Now, let's get some activations. As you too, as you are healing from separation, and that crab is helping you to heal from separation and put you in the Two of Cups, and boy, it's going to feel nice to be in that Two of Cups after doing all this work. The Seeker of Fossils is activated, which is earth energy. The Seer of Fossils. So you're seeing something here of how to manifest within this earth and ground things, and that goes back to that too. This Two of Earth. You're learning how to have opposite forces and balance them. Opposite forces come together and balance them. Heart and mind. Dark and light. Alright, so let's see what you're surrendering. We're just going to start straight off with what you're surrendering. And right off, it's the need to be perfect, the need to be seen, the need to be heard, and the need to be loved. Because right now, you're being put in the spaces and places for you to do these things, because as within, so without. You're seeing you, you're loving you, and this, you're not allowing that training of self-love to make you feel guilty, like you're doing something wrong and you just better give that to someone else, and that's wrong. No. Self-love is the biggest thing you can give everyone else by giving that gift to yourself. And you know what self-love is, because that's the most beautiful part about self-love. Because if self-love is deep, it's tough love too. You know, if you know that you need to get something done, if you know you're avoiding something, if you know that you're in pleasure because you're running from something, allowing yourself to be emptied, to be filled back up is part of that self-love. And knowing what's good for you and knowing what isn't. And good, I say, you know, quote unquote good, because that's a perception. And that perception is changing constantly. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. Remember, you're in the energy of what you're creating. And this is Six of Cups energy. This is Lionsgate energy. The joy. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Along with, you know, you're surrendering to divine timing. Okay, we're going to the Starman Tarot because the water actually has a commitment for you. Let's get the... You didn't share, just share the last part of that message. So the water, as you alchemize your sadness into happiness, that allows you to remove an obstacle that only you can remove. And now the water wants to make a commitment with you, because remember, you found compassion in it. You found compassion for self and for all these negative things that you've experienced in your past in love. Let's go to the Starman Tarot. And then we'll officially see what's being activated. We have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It's flipped out in two piles. Well, there we go. There's the bat. Within the Nine of Pentacles. So working in the Garden of Venus as you expand is allowing you to expand with truth. And this truth is heart-centered for all of life with the Nine of Wands. Look at that. This is shadow work. Look at that shadow. Straight through his head. This is working with the Dark Mother, the Mother of Creation. The Dark Goddess Kali. The Truth. And it's an activation from within the earth. Within the earth. With the Eight of Swords. Freedom. Shifting dimensions from within. Where you're trapped, but you're no longer trapped because here's the Eight of Wands and Lionsgate. And the Chariot. The balance of the dark with the light. You need the light. The story of Kali, the dark goddess, is that she needs the light, the masculine, to keep her balanced. This is moving straight on into Leo season and clearing up your heartache. Clearing up the past. There it is. It's been illuminated. The truth is illuminated. Look, the truth is illuminated in order to create peace, right? There's the 3 swords, your pain. You're creating peace by seeing the truth. But look at that. There's the connection to Lionsgate right here. And there's a question mark. And do you see it? Something is being birthed. There's a death and rebirth of the connection between the masculine and feminine. And something is birthed because of it. And it's consciousness. Here is the masculine. And the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Prince of Earth. And authenticity. Look, the light is playing a tune here. The light is literally playing a tune out of that stereo. Look, like that boom box. And the light is playing a tune, and there's forward movement. And this officially heads into our next message, because our next message is connected to movement with a horse. And using sexual energy. Where's that pile now? Using sexual energy in, not that pile, part of the other pile. Using sexual energy in order to get there. And it's all about this horse, okay? Remember, this part 2, we're going to talk about this next part. There's the horse, and it's heart-centered, and being able to use your sexual energy, and you're tracking something here with that horse. And then there's movement with that horse, and it's connected here to the Queen Mother. We'll be talking about next time we meet up, so stay tuned. And this has to be do with the sound. It's heard, just like the truth. With the restoration of balance through the earth right here. Look at the shadow. The shadow has been turned upside down in order to restore balance. This is doing shadow work. This is working with the Dark Mother and the Mother of Creation in order to restore balance. That's why we're talking about the Kabbalah here today, because this religion honors the feminine within it as part of creation. And there it is. A completion of a cycle. It's a completion of a cycle. And now with the Princess of Pentacles, your authenticity has completely been activated. And we have counterparts with the element, the energy of youth being applied here. The Prince and Princess of Pentacles. And we have the sun and moon coming together. Or that beanstalk. Look, this beanstalk. And you have the sun and moon coming together. There's eclipse energy. She's taken off her red shoes. She's connected to the earth. She's grounding. She's birthing consciousness. And this is a woman of the new world. She's a biologist. An ecologist. All these things. She has all these skills. And she's coming together to be who she came here to be with her authenticity of the new world. And she carries with her the oldest instrument on the planet, the didgeridoo. That thing right there, the didgeridoo. And that's how she's creating with light. It's a harmony. It's a dance between the feminine and masculine. This is a dance. The dance between the dark and the light. And you understand this here. This is a cycle. A cycle is now complete. You're going on to the next cycle. You're going on to your next phase. So I don't feel called to go to patch. This has something to do with an event of commitment. So we're going to the Heart Path Oracle. And this is one heck of a message. Okay. It's this one. Oh, this one. Communion, protective frequencies. With self-protection, setting boundaries. And the power of self, change of consciousness. So you literally are changing consciousness here. You're going from one state to another. Communion, protective frequencies. Shows 5 hybrid human swans. Their wings are open wide as they are being pulled toward the portal in the sky. Lionsgate. Wow. Through the opening, one can see a smaller circle and what looks like a horizon separating water from the sky. Soft blue and green rings of energy radiate out from the center. We already have a connection to the water right there. Exploding from the opening is a beam of light made up of warm yellow, orange, and red frequencies. There's a connection to your lower chakra system, the lower world, the underworld. The birds are encircled by a transparent force field that transforms the colored background into black and white. It's very interesting. So the color background is now being transformed back into black and white. Yin and yang, the dark and the light. One of the most important lessons that the swan can teach you is that things are not always as they appear to be. And you know this because you are a natural and caring empath. You may be one of the most sensitive people in this dimension. You don't have to work hard to sense what others are truly feeling. This gift can be overwhelming at times, but you can manage it by just visualizing a protective, energetic force field surrounding you. Feel its energy and know that it is shielding you from anything negative. And make sure to always clean your aura. You can do this by visualizing that you have a grounding cord coming from your body that is secured to the Earth's center. Next, see anything that does not belong on your aura, that is not for your highest good, sliding down that cord and being cauterized by the planet's heat. There's so many ways to cut cords. There's so many ways to do this, and you could actually just try grounding, like for real. Try for real. Take your shoes off, touch the earth, spend time with the earth. Do that for yourself. It's free. Not like you probably give a fuck. Most people joining to this channel, collapsing time, shutting down the monetary system, all this stuff. We're doing all this stuff so we create the new earth. Okay. You are part of a special group helping each other navigate. That goes into the last part of the message that was not shared. That's so funny. This whole message is going to be shared. The rest of it is the power of community. As this Ace of Swords is no longer reversed and you see what you need to see, is the power of community. Coming together with these other people that are different from you but the same, and they're activated. Water of life. Life is a flowing wave of energy, and the water of life is with you. We the mermaids bring you new experiences with wonderful, caring people and some fascinating and joyful interactions with kindred spirits. These are other souls that you're connected with that have activated higher states of consciousness and are creating this elevated world. But this is the key. We're all different. We're all unique. But we're coming together with what's uniting us. And we're also know these similar things. We're shifting dimensions. We understand, we have our skills. And you understand, quantum mechanics. What is it that you're understanding? Everyone's bringing something different to the table. You are a part of a special group helping each other navigate through uncertain times. You desperately want to change and improve yourself, and you feel that you need to help others as well. It is important that you know that everyone has his or her own personal mission. The most loving thing you can do is allow them to find their own way. The 5 Swans suggest that you entered this plane with a highly progressive mindset, with the desire and skills to make the world a better place. The energy from the number 5 makes you resourceful, adventurous, and advanced in your thinking. And there's the connection to thinking. And we've come full circle. You are always striving to find answers and solutions to the many questions that life poses. See yourself and the planet transforming into something very beautiful. This goes back to our last message. Remember, you have your pen. It doesn't matter if the universe is the globe is flat or round. As we're talking about, having a little ha-ha. That the earth is alive and that we're all co-creating it with our energy. And if we as a collective, with the hive mind, because our minds connect to the hive mind, and that connects to the electromagnetic energy field of this earth. If we are feeding into dark timelines, if we are feeding into, negative timelines, whichever which way you want to look, and you have to heal with the word dark and negative, because you're whole. And negative can mean bad stuff, and negative can mean good stuff. Just like positive can mean bad stuff and positive can mean good stuff. You're whole. See through these tricks. Stop allowing these programs of separations to continue to separate yourself. You're connected to everything in creation, and you're seeing to which degrees of all of it. And you get to decide then too what degrees you're going to continue to co-create that stuff from within to without. And this hive mind, why it's so important to be feeding into it your authentic patterns and not the evil, is because it is what is creating this world, this place. That's why these evil forces that want to keep us in separation are controlling our perceptions. So we pick up our pen, which is our energy, our thoughts, and if our thoughts are all going into the hive mind and it's creating more separation, division, hate, being evil, dark timelines, dark shit, giving up, jealousy, rage, anger, all that stuff. If you're feeding into that, and if you're feeding into the separation, and if you're feeding into the fear, and if you're feeding into all that stuff, if the more percentage of us are doing that hive mind, right, has been hijacked. So that's what you're seeing in the world. That's what you're seeing without. But the more of us grab our pen and know that we are co-creating this place into being with our energy, and that includes our thoughts. And what thoughts are you charging with your heart? Are you charging these evil people's thoughts? This artificial hack of this artificial matrix? Or are you charging authentic thoughts that are connected to your hearts and to your desires and to God and what's really happening here, and its unity and its love and its connection? And it is the light. Because we're restoring the balance, but we're not hating the dark. The answer is the love. And remember, there's also positive to be found within the dark, just like there's negative to be found within the positive, because we're whole. Now, if enough of us are no longer feeding separation, no longer feeding all this bullshit, but we're in charge with our pens, with our authenticity, and we're feeding love, and we're feeding connection, and we're holding space, and we're understanding that everyone's on a different level. We're not feeding into shit. We're not feeding into the destruction. We are co-creating with our pens. We know what to destroy. We took our tools back from the devil, and the devil had something to teach you. The devil taught you what to take back, and you're taking back time. It's your time. You're taking back your energy. This is your energy. And you're not living in the lower world anymore. And that's why you're not afraid of the lower world. There's nothing to fear in the lower world. It's part of you. It's part of this place. You're no longer living in survival mode. This isn't about living in survival mode anymore. This is about living in the upper world. And knowing that God is real. And that you are a powerful co-creator that came here for this mission. So much has been said already. Let's just get a little bit of patching. Remember, we are co-creating this world through our connection to the hive mind. That's why Divine Masculine has his pen. He took it back. You took it back. Remember, Feminine, you have this energy within you. There is the Five of Wands right there. There's wrath. Hostility, struggle. Working with Saturn and Leo. The truth, and heading into Lionsgate here and clearing this up within you. By having a reunification with these 3 cups. There is Saturn and Pisces right here. And what did you do? You turned your sadness into happiness through yourself. You alchemized it. Through getting in truth with the Prince of Swords and the elements. He has the scythe from the Death card so he can cut away what is not serving him constantly. He's got all the elements and with him, and he's literally riding the element of air right now. He's activated his Merkaba. He's traveling at the speed of light. He's shifting dimensions. This is connected to the 8-8 portal and Lionsgate. And I look forward to seeing you next time when we expand off of this and speaking about this even further and what is happening. Much love.